Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Tom Darwood, and I'm an independent candidate in Southend West and Lee, and I shall be campaigning for the United Nations to superintend to build 2 new nations for the world's refugees by the refugees in their image to mitigate the trauma in Ukraine and the conflict in the Middle East, which is all about sovereignty. Today, ladies and gentlemen, is D Day, and I want to pay my personal tribute to that most magnificent occasion which took so many lives for our freedom. I've written a Battle of Britain anthem, ladies and gentlemen, and that aerial warfare is as significant as anything that we know to defeat the Nazi regime. And shall our skies this foe reprove, the threat to all our graces spurn? Upon the few our hopes depend, this battle must be fought and won. They lingered not at their behest against the might of Nazi rule, was ever so much gained and won, the praise of many to so few. Henceforth upon this day be praised, this battle was truly fought and won. This noble band of nations made immortalized the Spitfire's fire. We shall recall through strength of song, such sacrifice shall e'er endure, wherever freedom fills the air. Upon their valor paid the price. This is my song to honor the few. My next is a hymn, ladies and gentlemen, which I wrote nearly 50 years ago, and this is a true story. I was sharing some room with some fellow students, and one of the lads said, "The British are the best army in the world." So I said yes, and I went out into the woods and I asked God to inspire me, and I wrote this hymn dedicated to the spirit of valor. And what I've done, ladies and gentlemen, I've taken the Royal Britannia and turned it into a Christian hymn. So from the secular world, I brought it inside the church, so to speak, to strengthen the Christian faith. Abide ye mortal men, your hearts employ, the Saviour's love for thee Satan will ne'er destroy. His grace will forge thy frame, his love thy soul inflame. Christ has arisen and triumphed o'er the grave. He sits at God's right hand, empowered to reign. Rule, Jehovah, Jehovah, rule thy saints. Israel never ever will thy name forsake. Ladies and gentlemen, as part of the fight against the Nazi regime, another valiant British expedition towards this conflict was the magnificent effort of the dam busters, So this is called the Dam Busters Anthem. They flew to reprove and chastise the might of Nazi rule in the likeness of the few, saving our liberty. The mighty 617 Guy Gibson's Avro Squadron lifted high the Lancaster, genius of Roy Chadwick, laden to ruin the Ruhr, released to breach the dams, skimmed across the water's face, genius of Barnes Wallace. Let not just to the courage of Gibson's Avro Squadron took with them the vital works of many an invention. When High Command delivers a task to be commended, they whom could not return home gave not their lives in vain. Once under the skies of Europe raised a mighty inferno to the detriment of all. When at last peace came, they gave to us the meaning of a great new beginning. They who champion liberty labored not in vain, lest we forget their courage, bind us to their renown, offer all that we possess to their memory. We have a vision before us, armed not for retaliation, lifted high with joy and praise, freedom and liberty. Then let us do the right thing, declare our hearts with power, move the conscience to possess equal lives for all. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, I've actually written a sonnet called D Day Normandy Remembered. In line of battle, a force lingered upon a long horizon to enforce upon our foe, to them be fraught with danger imminent. Of this long invasion, long delayed, the beaches of Normandy met with an unconquerable resolve, acquainted well with fear, knowing this tyranny well anchored to resist assault, thought only of their advancement, never to abort. Advancing came, with every soldier fallen quick, and equally quick, and held untroubled in their battalions. Their valour remains, to eternal glory attained, the actions of honour made and purpose driven. The Allied powers in their finest hours breached fortress Europe, a union of nations liberated from division by a tyrant within. On this momentous day, and evermore, we shall remember them. Whatever strife we face, be emboldened by those distant, noble exertions. Amen.